Hey everybody, this is my thoughts on Primal Carnage. This is a first-person shooter, or if you're playing as the dinosaurs, a third-person action game by LukeWarm Media. It was published in October of last year. And there really haven't been any major changes since then. It's still running on pretty much the same stuff it was running with at the big actual release day. So it's kind of a weird situation there. I'll get to that in a moment. But suffice to say, this runs on the UDK, the Unreal Development Kit, which is Unreal Engine 3. And it looks pretty good for an indie game. They did a good job with the dinosaurs in particular, just look great. There's great texture work on them, modeling and animation are excellent. The environments look pretty nice. There's actually a lot of color in this game, and that was just glorious. I'm so glad they actually put color into this thing, because I'm so sick of all the brand and gay and realistic crap all over the place. But I will say that the humans look kind of odd, and the first-person modeling and animation are kind of wonky for the humans. They're the only ones that get first-person, so it just gets weird, and I don't really know what's going on there, but it's an issue that's not that big of a deal. It just kind of irks me a bit, particularly when you compare these two. The first-person animations with the third-person dinosaur animations being so great. It's just a really jarring thing. But the visuals are nice. The sound design is okay. It does what it needs to do, and that's about it. It's nothing particularly impressive. You may be wondering why I'm talking so fast. And that's because of something that popped up when I got to the gameplay. The gameplay is only 2 modes. And it is either a deathmatch, which is just team deathmatch, or get to the chopper, which is an objective-based mode where the humans are trying to complete objectives and the dinosaurs are trying to keep them from completing those objectives. Each side has a series of classes available. With the dinosaurs, it's different types of dinosaurs. With the humans, it's just different classes of people. Like one of them's a scientist with tranquilizer darts. The trapper can shoot nets and has dual pistols, each being assigned to a different mouse button, actually, which is kind of cool. The commando being the guy with the assault rifle, the pyro being the guy with a flamethrower, that sort of thing. There's also a pathfinder who can throw flares that blind the dinosaurs. He also has a shotgun. But when you go on the opposite team, it's of course dinosaurs which are much, much faster and more physically powerful than the humans, and they can very easily overpower them as long as the humans are not working together in groups. So this is a very odd situation where the dinosaurs don't really have to work as a team that much, but the humans do, and that's just to survive. So you get cool things like the raptors can pounce on enemies and then just devour them. The T-Rex is ridiculously powerful. It's only available in deathmatch. There's also roaring mechanics in there where the different dinosaurs can roar and it will give different bonuses. There's a dinosaur that can spit, and the spit either blinds the enemy or misses completely, which is what it usually did for me. And he can also poison enemies. There's also, of course, a flying dinosaur, which is a major advantage because if you pick an enemy up and then fly really high and then drop them, then they're gone. So that's pretty amusing. And admittedly, to play as the dinosaurs is immensely satisfying because it's just hilariously one-sided when you're doing that. When you're playing a deathmatch, the dinos usually win. When you're playing the get to the chopper mode, the humans usually win, because they don't really need to do all that much to win. They need to complete the objectives, and the dinos have to wait until time runs out. Each time the human team completes an objective in that mode, it adds time. So that's kind of one-sided there, whereas with the deathmatch, the dinos just have the advantage in sheer power. So they can just dominate the field, no problem. Whereas the humans have a pretty hard time of it, actually. Now, what you're seeing is me actually playing as a human in this, and this is where I have to talk about the big problem with this game. It is one of the most unstable games I have ever played. Damn thing crashes constantly. It would crash whenever I tried to disconnect from a server. It would crash just in the middle of the gameplay saying it ran out of video memory, and I have no idea how. It didn't matter whether I had the settings lower or not, it just did it anyway. It would crash when I tried to start the game up. It would crash when I tried to join a server, and as a result, what you're seeing is the only footage I could actually capture for this game. It crashes so much that I could not get more than 6 minutes and 30 seconds of footage. I am not joking. I couldn't get any more footage than that when I was playing this thing. And on top of that, the frame rate's really bad. When I record with this particular software, it just tanks my frame rate, and that's not a good thing. So, apologize for the crappy footage, but it's what I could get. And that speaks volumes. When your game is incapable of running for a very long time, when it's incapable of running for basically more than a server join, or even less than that, then there's a serious problem, and it needs to be fixed. This game has been out for months. If this is a recent thing, then there's something horribly wrong. If this has been this way since launch, there's something even more horribly wrong. The game's scope is incredibly limited. There's so much not in here that could lengthen the experience. I mean, there's no unlocks or progression of any kind. There's no additional game modes. It's only 2 game modes. It's only a handful of maps. And there's only a handful of classes. There's not a lot of replay value here. I mean, it is only $10, but still, I can't recommend it in this state. It's pretty much unplayable unless you get really freaking lucky. So, there you go. Thanks for watching.